Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules on this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify everything that you learn, whether it's here on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. So get into this video. This video is going to be about some new credit card news, and the article is by CNBC, and the article highlights something that's very disturbing, and it has something to do with holiday season and credit cards, but it's what's going on with the credit cards that's the disturbing part. But before I get into the news, I would like to say shout out to Joe Barretto. I did an interview the other night with Joe Barretto, and I'll tell you, that interview was great. You all need to check out that interview. Joe has over 35 years of experience with credit cards. He's been with Amex since 1989. So you need to check out that interview that I did. It's going to be posted in the description box. It was a great interview filled with a lot of information that a lot of you can benefit from. So after this video is over with, make sure that you click on that video and check out that video. Also, head over to Joe Barretto's channel and subscribe to his channel and show some love as well. But another thing, I also have an active poll in my post and community tab right now. So head over to my post and community tab after this video is over with and check out the poll. But getting into the news, the article is titled, 28% of credit card users are still paying off last year's holiday debt. How to get this season's tab under control. Just from the title, you know that's going to be a problem over here. 28% of credit card users still paying off of last year's debt. And that goes into what I always say, how you can get in trouble carrying over balances, especially if you go and you spend a large amount on your card and you know you can't pay it off, nor do you have the income to pay it off. Then it's going to be tallying. And as you can see, 28% of credit card users are still paying from last year's holiday. So let's get further into it. It says key points. Shoppers may spend $1,778 on average this holiday season, up 8% compared with last year. Americans are set to rack up even more credit card debt as the holidays kick off. It says, for some shoppers, the upcoming holiday season may lead to significant credit card debt. Meanwhile, some people are still paying off debt from last year's gift buying. In fact, 28% of shoppers who use credit cards have not paid off the presents they purchased for family and friends last year, according to a recent holiday spending report by NerdWallet. The site polled more than 1,700 adults in September. It says, quote unquote, between buying gifts and booking peak season travel, the holidays are an expensive time of year, said Sarah Rathner, NerdWallet's credit card expert. Not only are consumers at risk of getting into credit card debt, but that debt can stick around for long after the decorations come down. The stakes are higher in 2024, with credit card debt already at $1.14 trillion. This year, spending between November 1st and December 31st is expected to increase again to a record total of $979.5 billion to $989 billion, according to the National Retail Federation. Shoppers may spend $1,778 on average, up 8% compared with last year, Deloitte's holiday retail survey found. Most will lean on plastic. About 3/4, 74% of consumers plan to use credit cards to make their purchases, according to NerdWallet. Meanwhile, credit cards are one of the most expensive ways to borrow money. The average credit card charges more than 20%, near an all-time high. And then further in the article, it has ways that you can avoid overspending. And I talk about that a lot, but the article is going to be linked below so you can check it out and you can give it a read. But this is something that I like to talk about because it's holiday season coming up. And recently, a couple of months ago, I did a poll asking people about holiday spending. But one thing that I will say when it comes to holiday spending, what you want to do out there is set a budget, because you don't want to go and be carrying over balances. Another thing that you may want to consider during the holiday season, if you haven't considered it, this is all your choice. Remember this is all your choice. I always tell people to use their own discretion in the beginning of these videos. But one thing you may want to consider is using 0% interest credit cards. And that usually comes from a new credit card where it's a 0% intro bonus included on signing up for the new credit card. Usually they give you 12 months or 15 months of no interest, and you're able to carry over balances for that amount of time without getting hit with interest. But if you have a credit card that already has interest on it, you may want to be careful with the amount of spending that you do on it, because you don't want to land yourself in the amount of credit card debt that you're still paying off the money in fall or winter of 2025. And please believe some of these people are still going to be paying off that money come 2025, because what's going to end up probably happening is they're currently in credit card debt from last holiday season. They more than likely still have to go shopping for this holiday season, or still have to do travel for this holiday season. So the debt is just going to continue to add up, and that's never a good thing. It's actually disturbing, because what it's going to do is get people in even more credit card debt. Now the Fed, they're trying to handle inflation and they're trying to reduce the rates and things like that. But right now things are still not good enough to make that much of a difference for people. So the best advice that I can give to you in this article, it also gives some good advice as well, but the best advice I could give to you is to put a budget on your credit cards, no matter how many you have, whether it's one credit card, 3 or 5, whatever amount you have. Put a budget on those specific cards. Another thing is to try to make sure that you are not spending money that you know you don't have right now and you probably won't have for another year or so. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go and spend money on your credit card that you can't see. Meaning, if it's not in your checking account, or it's not in your savings account, or it's not in your high yield, wherever the money that you get to pay off your credit cards, wherever it's at, if you cannot see it, you may want to be careful with spending it. Make sure you're at least able to see the money, whether it's from an account that you have where you know you will have the money, or whether it's from an extra job or an extra gig, whatever it may be. Make sure you're able to see that money. That way you're not in credit card debt and paying high interest, because interest rates, like the article suggested, are very high right now. So you want to avoid that. And during the holiday season, you really want to avoid that, because as we all know, during the holiday season, you want to travel and visit family. You want to go out and purchase gifts. People tend to eat more during the holiday season. They tend to go out to eat more. A lot of people get up with their family and old friends and things like that. And these things cause you to spend more money. You know, you go out and you do more leisure things. You go to the botanical gardens. You go to the movies with your family and friends. You go out to eat. You do more things during the holiday season because you're around more family and more friends. So you want to make sure that you are budgeting with those cards and you are playing it smart, because you don't want to be part of the 28% that's carrying over balances to the point where next holiday season you'll still be trying to pay off whatever you spend. I just wanted to share this news article. It's not a long read, so go and give it a read, but you want to be careful during the holiday season. That's why I'm sharing this article. You want to make sure you are careful with your spending, because it's not hard to land yourself in credit card debt during the holiday season. You're going to want to travel. You're going to want to spend more. You're going to want to be considerate and purchase gifts and do those things. But make sure you're smart when you're going about it, because this is a dangerous time. It's probably the most dangerous time of the year when it comes to credit card debt and interest adding up on a credit card. So I just wanted to share this news article with you all. Like I stated before, the link to the article is going to be in the description. That way you could give it a read. But anyways, if you're new around here and you feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video. That's clicking on the bell and selecting all. Also, this goes to every single one of you, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of showing support to this video. It lets the algorithm know you like this video and you support this channel. This is Water Your Soil. I appreciate every single one of you for watching me, and I appreciate every single one of you for watching this video. And I'm out. Hey, what's going on? This is Nell from Water Your Soil. So as someone who went from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s, I decided to share the same information that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. This book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. I put everything in this book, everything that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit, All of the information is in this book. So I want you all to purchase this book. A lot of you have already purchased it, but it's available currently right now on Amazon.com and also MasterCreditBook.com. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. You want this book. It has all the information needed in order for you to go from poor credit to excellent credit, or just simply maintain your good or excellent credit score. So get the book ASAP. And if you want something more in depth, you could take the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. It's more in depth. There are actually chapters in this course, and it walks you through basically how FICO credit scores come about and how they're determined. And really, once you learn how FICO scores come about and the concept of credit scores, then you're pretty much on your way to either going from poor credit to good credit, or just maintaining a good or excellent credit score. So if you want something more in depth, I have the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. All right.